What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Corvette Weekly. Welcome back to the channel where you can tune in every Monday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to have a hangout to talk about Corvettes, anything and everything Corvettes, actually. So news, maintenance items, ownership
Yep.
experiences, rumors, leaks, whatever. If it's Corvette related, you'll find it here. So we're here today with David. You guys know him, DBM Racing.
What's up, everybody?
This is actually the first time he's been on since Carlisle, so
Yep. Carlisle threw it off. We'll get back on schedule next week, but it threw everything off.
yep. So right above David on the screen there, you can see that this month of September is brought to you by True Seal. And it's actually the C8 DriveVentBlocks.com. The website has actually been slightly updated because the owner, Amora, if you guys know her, she actually just recently changed the name of this, just so you guys know. No big deal. But I want you to make sure that you have the right website, and it is now called TrueSealByAmora.com. So this is the this is who the sponsor of the month is, and if you guys haven't seen these yet, they're pretty cool. David actually uses them quite a bit.
Yes.
What do you think about them, David?
I like them. I had the first version and the second version even better. Like I kind of thought it was a gimmick at first, and I used them. I put a GoPro in my engine bay to see how much water actually got in, and as long as you don't blast it with a pressure washer, I mean, it actually works. Because the one thing I hate, two things actually, is redetailing the engine bay from the water
Right.
splash. But the other thing is underneath that back glass when you
Oh
have to
my
clean
God.
under
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh my
Oh God.
God. Dude,
That
that is the worst ever.
that by
So,
itself is worth its weight in gold, because like
y-
it is, there's a significant portion, probably 3 to 4 inches, that is
yes.
blocked by another piece of plastic that you have to really like get contorted to get in there. Yeah,
Or
that's
lift
rough.
it up and then get in and get up underneath it that way. And that's
Yeah.
even worse. That's terrible. I'm hoping with that new window setup that I'm putting on this week, I can get something in between each of those so I don't have to do that. But that's my favorite part is of the True Seals is that piece that goes underneath because
Oh
I
yeah.
hate cleaning
Yeah.
that part. It's
I
awful.
I definitely do too. So yeah, guys, welcome back. I just want to get out there who the sponsor is real quick. We're going to talk way more about it throughout this video and throughout the month of September. And of course, there is going to be giveaways throughout the entire month of September. So each Monday night in September is going to be a set of the dry bay vent blocks, or the True Seal kit from Amora. So it's going to be those blocks that fit in there, stop the water from getting into your engine bay when you're washing, and we'll be giving one away each Monday night. These are worth roughly $150 plus tax, so you'll get one for free. And the same thing is going to apply as usual, guys. $10 is an entry, $50 or more is double entries. And at the very end of this show, we're going to get you guys that are members your free entries. So make sure you stick around. You
Yep.
got to be here at the very end to get that free entry. And if you want to get in there for more than your one free entry, throw the $50 at it, and that will be double entries. That'll give you 10 entries into this. Now, like I said, David has a lot of experience with these. I've used them once or twice in the past. Typically, if you want to keep your engine bay dry, like David said, there's no point in redetailing your engine bay. Also, that glass, the back glass right underneath where the plastic carbon flash piece kind of
That's the
sticks
worst.
into the glass a little bit. It is really tough to get that clean. So once you get it clean, the idea is we keep it clean, and you don't have to worry about water spots or anything in there with these vent blocks. So again, that's the sponsor of the month, but we got a lot of
I
stuff
saw
to
her in
talk
the chat.
about.
I saw her in the chat too, I think. I just saw her in the chat. So welcome, Amora.
Yeah, I did. I think I saw that too. Yep. Amora Corvette lady. Hello, David. Thank
There
you.
she
I am the
is.
inventor. Yes, she is. So she's on the chat here. So yeah, if that's the case, if you guys have any seriously detailed questions to ask her, she's in the chat. So shoot the messages out, and I'll make sure she hears
That's
them.
a really good Amora, if you're reading the chat, that's a really good idea. Supercharged D-Ray. He has
Yep.
01. He says you need to make them for the split window.
Yep.
Spine. There you go.
Yeah, and for the most part, it would be the same, except for the actual spine. It would be additional
Correct.
blocks for there. Yep.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. So again, guys, if you want to get in on this, $10 is an entry, $50 or more is double entries. We'll be giving them away at the end of the show tonight. And you guys that are members, you'll get a free entry, of course, but you got to be in here, and I'll tell you when. So
All right.
she is here. Yeah. Red C8 Z06 says the fix is don't wash your car. Yep. Just drive around dirty forever.
If only I could mentally do that.
Oh my
Physically,
God.
yes, but mentally, there is no way.
No,
No way.
no way. Mentally, my car's dirty even when it's clean.
Exactly.
Ah, so Maura says she will actually have a split window option soon. Very nice.
Nice.
There you go, Steven.
That is awesome.
What's up? Oh,
Hey, Nate. What's
Nate's
up,
in the
buddy?
house. He's coming to get
Aaron.
his
Hey,
one free
buddy.
entry and somehow win.
Yeah, exactly. The
Hey,
night that we
RPM.
have one free entry that you get, Nate shows up.
He's like, "What's this free entries tonight? I'm on."
Oh, that's awesome.
uh,
Oh, I would lose my mind with a dirty car.
yeah. ARPM. Aaron says, "Hi, Maura. It was nice to meet you at Carlisle." Charles
Man,
Samara.
and she really is like if you guys got to meet her, Carla, she really is just one hell of a person, man. She's just so full of energy. You can't not smile around her.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She's just like the greatest. It's awesome.
Yeah, it really is a good time. Professor Corvette says, "Can a Mora invent a shield for the fuel filler to prevent fires?" And actually, I wanted to touch on this tonight. So thanks for bringing it up. I've gotten a bunch of questions about this, guys. I get emails on this probably daily asking if I know anything about a fix coming or anything. There has been crickets at GM. I have not heard a single thing other than the fact that what the fix is like basically just a thing to divert the fuel. So basically a piece of plastic or something that's going to divert it.
And my GM guy that sent me the pictures of the letter,
Yeah,
I actually talked to him about it, and basically, yes, it's going to be a diverter. The problem is the sheer number of that they have to produce. They have a solution. They have a part they're going to be coming out with, but the producer of that piece has to get all Z06s, everyone that's been made, and now the new Z01. So that's a lot of cars.
Sure is. And that's exactly what the issue is. So you're probably not going to get a recall letter or anything like that in the mail until the fix is in place and they're ready to go with it. So
that's exactly what's going to happen. Yep.
We talked about
Although
this.
I did see if you're that much, you can get courtesy transportation out of this.
There you go.
Did you know that?
I didn't, but that's fantastic. You know, you'll give them a Corvette and they'll give you like a Prius or something to drive around in the meantime.
Yes.
But,
a Cacti Equinox.
Right. Yeah. Yes. So obviously, we talked about this last week about what not to do in the meantime. Just don't fill your car past the first click. I got gas yesterday and I didn't even fill it to the first click. Like now I'm all paranoid about it. So don't go past the first click if you go to the first click at all. And also, because I mean, honestly, there are pumps out there. There are pumps out there that are already like broken to some degree and they won't click. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
I've never had it happen to me personally, but I've seen it where you have to hit like the emergency shutoff thing. And that could be too late for that car at that point. So maybe don't even fill it to the first click. Make sure the nozzle is inserted the entire way and wait for that fan to turn off before you start filling the fuel. That's really it. If you follow that, you'll be all right. But there is a fix coming from GM. Hasn't been out yet. No one's really talked about it other than what the fix is, which is like a diverter flap of some kind. You'll get a letter in the mail and then you'll be able to take the car in. So until then, just don't do dumb stuff.
Yeah.
So Tyler says still no 2026 configurator. Yeah, it's crazy that we're in September now and we still don't have a 26 configurator.
I know, right? I know, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah. Professor Corvette says, will that piece be available in carbon fiber? I'll wait for that version.
Well, and Lewis,
that's on constraint, dude.
It is, but Lewis has a question. It says they need to find the new or fix the new ones at the plant.
Yeah,
and the dealership ones before they get out to us anyway. So I mean,
yeah, we're the last
one.
We're the last one. We're the
Yep.
last one in the line of the people that need this thing apparently. So, Professor Corvette says E-Rays are getting the last laugh. No fuel involved with them. I don't even know for 100% if that's true. Just because that fan isn't there, I'll be honest with you. If I had a Corvette, a C8 Corvette in general, I would be following the rules at this point. Like,
right.
I wouldn't be testing it out to find out, oh, the E-Ray is included, apparently, you know, that kind of thing. You don't want to find that out the hard way. So I probably would just follow the rules across the board. I mean, if you guys have seen the parody videos from Rob over at Paragon, he was going to get gas in his Mountain Dew C8, and
Yeah.
his frunk and trunk were filled with fire extinguishers.
Fire extinguishers.
But then Corey comes along in his E-Ray, and he has the same thing. He has a bunch of fire extinguishers in there. So I mean,
Yeah. Well, again, like you, I would take the chance, man.
No,
Like
no.
at this point, that'll be the next TSB that goes out.
Right.
So.
And yeah, Steven, this is a great point. I thought the same thing. If when the fix finally does come out, it better be a relatively easy to install fix, because if they have to pull your quarter panel off or something, nope, I won't do it. I'll just buy the part and put it on myself, because I can go in from the fender
I had a
well.
conversation with somebody about that yesterday. Was like, what if you have to pull the quarter to get this thing in? That would be horrible.
That would be so stupid.
That would be terrible.
I'm supposed to trust my dealership to do that. You can't do that.
No.
I'm hoping that, especially like Steven's got a friggin' what's worth probably $400,000 right now. That ZR1. I'm not dropping that off at a dealership. Like, you'd be
Exactly.
dumb.
Hey, can you pull these panels off and give it back to me next week, but the same way I brought it in?
They'll be like, absolutely.
Those gaps will be so jacked up.
Yeah, gaps. I mean, not to mention scratches, chips, everything else. Yeah, Ricky says the fan is there on the E-Ray. You can trust me on that. I know it's there.
Yeah.
And honestly, everything is there except for, I believe there's an additional cooler there on a Z06 that's not there.
There's an additional radiator
on an E-Ray. But the cooler wouldn't be the source of the ignition. It would be either the electrical connection or something that's really hot down there. A cooler in general doesn't get super hot usually, especially not, that one's pretty small. And I can't remember. That one's actually for the transmission, so it might get hot.
It might. You never.
And I mean, if that fan's on, especially.
Is it at the flash point of gasoline? Probably not.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
All it takes is one static electricity.
Yep.
It takes it. Just that's all it takes.
If I had to guess, it's touching when it drops down there. It's touching. It would have to be something more like on the lines of electrical or something that's going to
be like a static charge or something. Yeah, exactly. Lewis had a good question for you. He said, "Will you order comp seats in your Z01 now that you're riding around with the GT2 seats?"
100%.
There you go, guys.
Comp seats are always what I want. GT2 are a great second option. That's the best way I'd put it. If I had my choice, the current Z06 I have would also have comp seats in it. Now, to be honest with you, I'll be 100% transparent here. It's not worth me going out and finding a set of competition seats to swap. I prefer
they're pain in the butt too.
I prefer the comp seats, even if they weren't. I prefer the comp seats, but the GT2 are such a close second that I don't really care to go source a set of comp seats. Even if a dude down the street was selling a set, it wouldn't. It's not worth it.
And same for me as far as like when I spec mine out. Like again, I don't drive the car enough for like 1,200-mile distances that I would be like, oh, these comp seats aren't as comfortable on a long trip as the regular seats, right? I love the comp seats.
See, and honestly,
you're just like, holy crap, these are amazing.
I have done that. I've driven 1,800-mile road trips with the comp seats and still didn't have a problem. I don't personally have an issue with the comp seats in the terms of comfort. I think that,
and that's good to know, because like I've never driven that far with the comp seats. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I wouldn't know. Yeah, exactly.
Do you have comp seats in yours?
Mm-mm.
GT1.
But I mean, the furthest I drove was from Bowling Green back, so it's like 5 hours, give or take.
Do you have GT1?
Mm-hmm.
So what's funny about the GT1s? Number one, I know you changed the look of yours a little bit, but the GT1s are the least nice looking seat, but they're also the least comfortable. This is personally my opinion. I think the comp seats are the most comfortable, believe it or not. GT2 and then GT1s.
Yeah, and it was funny because I was sitting there about when I was specing them out. Of course, weight was the biggest issue for us as far as when we were buying them. But that's the one, that and the carbon ceramic brakes, which we couldn't get because we were so early. But with all the constraints, but the comp seats are the one thing I was like, man, and it was the first time I really got seat time in them was at Ron Fellows the next year.
Oh yeah. I think
I was like, wow. Yeah. Like, wow, these are amazing. So I will forever spec comp seats from now on out.
100%.
Sure.
I learned that lesson really early on with my C7 ZR1. I had my C7 Z06 had comp seats. Then I bought the ZR1, and I was like, the dealer was literally letting me swap stuff over between the two cars because I had a bunch of stuff on the Z06 that I wanted to put on the ZR1. I could have swapped the seats at that point, and I chose not to. I was like, I'll find another set later. Oh man. You cannot find those seats for a C7 anymore. I mean, I never found them. I've been looking for those seats since the day I bought my ZR1 in 2019. I have still yet to find a set.
Wow.
So, Jacob said
Well, that
that
was so,
he got your manifold deal on a Corvette for him.
oh, well, going back to seats real quick. I'm surprised GM doesn't offer an option for carbon fiber buckets like the McLarens, like the
Yeah,
Tillett aftermarket ones
yeah,
on the ZR1.
I agree.
Because then you're
And
talking, that's a lot of weight. Like, and it's a big difference
and
in
I would
weight.
buy those seats in a heartbeat. I've sat in
Yep.
the GT3 RS seats that are the carbon fiber buckets.
Yep.
Not super comfortable. Not I wouldn't cry about them, but they're not super comfortable. But I'd buy them every single day because they're awesome looking and they weighed like
Well, and
nothing.
I'll tell you, like in Brandon's car, he put the tillets in, and when I got to sit in that, um, I was actually surprised because I come from like the Kirky aluminum racing seat days,
Yeah,
which are not
no,
comfortable.
no,
They're
no. Yeah,
terrible,
you're sitting
but
on
they're
a
light
block
and they're
basically.
safe. Exactly. But I was really surprised that those were livable up to, I mean, I wouldn't want to drive 5 hours, but they're livable for short
Yeah,
distances, and they were really a lot more comfortable. And they didn't have any padding in it. It was just the bare carbon fiber. You hadn't had the padding. So,
yep.
I mean, I'd do it. Hell yeah, I'd do it.
10 Seconds Z06 says the comp seats are the best seats he's ever sat in. They're comfortable and they keep you planted. I
Yeah,
agree.
that was it. Yeah, and
Now
Ron Fellis was our first experience with him, and I was like, "Holy crap, these seats are amazing."
now it's surprising because the stark opposite here. Lewis says I sat in a set of comp seats at the NCM National Corvette Museum on Saturday and the leg bolsters seemed uncomfortable. So it's like
Hmm.
I don't get the difference in builds here because I'll be honest with you, like 10 Seconds Z06 is pretty skinny, he's pretty tall.
Yeah,
I'm not super skinny, but I'm like 5'11 ish, and I love the comp seats. So when people say that you have to be this size specifically to fit in and to be comfortable, that's not true. Like I've seen super skinny people not be comfortable in comp seats, and bigger people be just comfortable in comp seats. So it really is one of those things where I can tell you the seat's comfortable, but unless you go sit in it yourself, you're really not ever going to
right.
know for
Well,
sure.
that was one of the cool things I didn't get to do before I ordered my car, and I should have because they had all the seats and all the colors and everything at the Road Atlanta for the Petite Le Mans, where you could just go sit in a seat.
Yeah.
Like I wish I would have done that up front. It would have completely changed the way I approached the car when I spec'd it out. Because again, I didn't get to experience the comp seats until Ron Fells, and at that point, I'm a year in. I'm like, whatever. And like you said, even trying to find a set of comp seats that'll match my car, it's not easy. It really isn't.
Yep. The Charles again saying his hips hurt after sitting in the comp seats. Is this the real Charles Samara? Squirrel Cage Garage. Actually, we're going to be talking about something from him in a second here anyway, but he's currently working on a video on how to modify your current seats to convert them to, I don't know, I think he has GT2 now, so he must be converting the competition. But the seat frame on most of these seats is the same. And I would
Yeah.
imagine it's the same with the C8, where the GT1, 2, and competition seat is the same frame. It's just different in foam and leather shape, basically. So that will be a cool video. He actually put out a video the other day talking about the Euro tail lights, and he really liked them, and he rated them not an A plus, but he rated them an HPO,
There
highly
you go.
positive overall.
Oh, I like that.
Right? When I saw it,
And
I
I
was
love
like,
how
that
your
is really
Euro
good.
taillights, your Euro taillights look like they were painted Seawolf gray at the factory
I know,
almost.
right? And
That's so cool how that worked out.
that's the only reason I did it. Because normally, like on my 23 black Z06, the red taillights made perfect sense. The car's got red accents all
Right.
over the place. But on the Seawolf gray, they stood out like a sore thumb because it's like nothing on that car is gray, nothing, or
Right.
red, nothing's
Red.
red.
Right.
So
Yep.
it made way more sense to
Yep.
do
And
like
that's why
that
both
gray.
of my Vets still have red lights
Yeah,
because of that reason. It
exactly.
works. But yours, when we put them on that day, I was like, oh my God, this actually looks like it came like this. This is
Yep,
freaking awesome.
yep. You
So,
know how many people came up to me at Carlisle and asked me if I painted them?
oh, I bet. I
Almost
bet.
every single person that saw them.
Literally, as soon as we snapped them in and flipped it over, I
Yeah.
was like, wow, this looks like it came this way. Like, this is awesome.
But I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, if I painted these, that would be such a bad idea. Like you'd never see any light come through them.
Right.
Well, Dana's in the house. There he is, saying thumbs up, guys. Yeah, guys, let's smash the thumbs up. We got over 100 people watching. Only 51 thumbs
All
ups.
right.
Smash those thumbs ups. Let's get that moving. By the way, yeah, happy Labor Day, everybody. This is
Yep.
kind of the day that people are sitting out on their deck eating hamburgers off the grill or something. So I appreciate you guys tuning in to talk a little bit of Corvette stuff. But
Absolutely.
when Dana's in the house, you guys got to give him the thumbs up. Me and Dana had a very eventful weekend, we'll say. You guys will see some videos coming here pretty soon. We did some crazy stuff on my car. A lot of work in one day.
Well, you kept him pretty busy. Like we did the lights at Carlisle and thing, or right before Carlisle. You had done all that stuff right before Carlisle, and then you guys just did all your stuff this past day. So you've kept Dana pretty busy.
Between Dana, me, and even you a little bit, we have had a lot of stuff going on with the car. I had to get a lot of stuff done before Carlisle. So I had a bunch of people coming up to me at Carlisle and said, "Man, you didn't waste any time." I barely had any time to do anything except for the stuff on this car to get it done in time for Carlisle.
Oh, right. No,
and even still, I didn't get all of it done.
No, but you thrashed. You got it.
I did my best, but
yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, exactly. Professor Corvette, that's it. He says, it also makes for a good excuse at the track. I couldn't compete with you since I didn't have competition seats. Yeah, that's why I lost. Exactly. I was sliding around on my seat too much. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, and Steven, you're right, man. If you put carbon buckets in, because I have some experience with this, the lights on the dash, you have to cycle through. Okay. It's like that 10 lights you have to cancel every time you start it. It's terrible, man.
Yeah, that's awful. Yeah, Red C8 says he swears I painted them. I didn't. I mean, and the thing is if you see them at night, and actually I'll have a video coming here shortly where my car's actually on the dyno, and it has the taillights on there. And the taillights are on because the dyno's inside a building, obviously. And I realized when I was watching this clip and I was going through and editing it, that I totally forgot that I even had those taillights on there, because when they're lit up red, they look OEM. They light up red just like OEM does. It's only when they're off that they're gray.
Paint them. I was there when we put them in. Too. Like I was like, what? And then go ahead.
To paint them probably would have been cheaper. I'll tell you that much.
Probably. Yeah, KP. The seats are not matched to the E-Team, like they're not VIN matched, but every freaking sensor, airbags, there's like there are probably 10 sensors that go off when you unplug the seat and take the seat out that you have to cycle through and hit okay. But as far as the actual VIN matching, because when I was looking into buying a different set of seats, I wanted to make sure that was the case. But if you take them out and put another set of Corvette seats in, you're fine.
Yeah.
If you take them out and put carbon buckets in, you're going to have at least 8 to 10 lights that pop up on your dash every time you start the car.
Well, no, see, the seat itself, I thought even if you do swap from, like if I swapped my seats with yours, I'm pretty sure I'm still going to get some sort of light on the dash, because
it's even into like it goes as far as into like the electronic stability control for the car.
Yeah, that's
like
what
it actually
Steven
goes
said.
that deep into the programming that it actually has an effect on that you'll have to literally click through. It's crazy.
Yeah. I see all C8. What's up? Tim saying hi. What's up, man? Crystal saying, we got to get you new thumbs up, Justin. They still freak me out.
Oh, look, Amora's getting in on the thumbs up.
Heck yeah, guys. Look at that. Smash those thumbs ups. Don't make me play the creepy thumbs up thing that no one seems to like. I thought it was cool. There's a bunch of people.
I think it's more the long forearms that pop up than the thumbs themselves.
No, there's one guy. One of the thumbs is like unusually long. I think that's what it is. And I think it's actually Professor Corvette that pointed that out to me. So
I'm sure it is.
Yeah, I'm sure.
He's always on it. He's so sharp, man. Love it.
Let's see. So let's talk a little bit about one of the technical service bulletins here we're going to be discussing a little bit, because it actually involves Squirrel Cage Garage, who just commented. Yeah, Crystal said they are such long fingers. Anyway, so Squirrel Cage Garage actually put out a fix for the center console button. So if you have a 24 or apparently even the 25, this kind of affects you. The center console button that you have to push to then open up the center console will sometimes pop out or stay all the way pushed in. So this was just recently a technical service bulletin that came out for this, because initially the part of this that was crazy is that initially they wanted the Chevrolet team wanted you to tear the entire dash apart to get to this button. But it's just now came out that there's a technical service bulletin on it where you can replace just the button without tearing apart the dash. But they actually do link to the Squirrel Cage Garage video, which is right here, where it says center console button fix. That's actually a link to his video, because he gave
Nice.
a pretty good way of fixing it rather than tearing your whole dash apart. Now, with there being a technical service bulletin now, it's probably easier to just have the dealership pop that new one in. But either way, if you don't want to deal with the dealership, Squirrel Cage Garage, Ken, has a really good video out there kind of showing you how to fix it. If mine were to break tomorrow, I would try this first. And then if I couldn't get it to work, I'd then go to the dealership. But really
Yeah, I do
cool.
the same thing.
Really cool that they finally did this, because it was, I remember, I think it was last year. I was at the Supercar Saturday down in Florida. And that's when they were talking about this initially being an issue. And to get to that button, they wanted the majority of your center console torn apart to get to it. For some reason, I have no idea why. But now they're finally showing, oh yeah, actually all you need to do is just use the trim pry tool and pop the button out. And I'm like, why? How did you not know this to begin with? You freaking designed this thing and you didn't know you could just pop that out? So way easier to fix now with the technical service bulletin. So if you are having this problem, check out the video from Squirrel Cage Garage, or go to your dealership. It will be covered under warranty. Yeah. 10 Seconds 06 says the dealership replaced his center console button a week before Carlisle. Now it's fine. Good. What's this? William Miller?
I know. Did you not see that? I was just gonna say, like,
That is not Bill.
I was gonna say.
That's weird. Well, William Miller says
we have two William Millers.
Got two William Millers. We got at least two Charles Samaras. Like this is going to get confusing quick, guys. He said he picked up a 26 Stingray last Monday. The car's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad.
Congrats, man.
I haven't seen many people taking deliveries of 26s yet. That's pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah, Willie says, Justin, thanks again for helping me clear the check engine light on my E-Ray at Carlisle. So Willie has one of the coolest set up E-Rays that I've seen yet. If I had an E-Ray, it would be very similar to the way he built his. Really, really tasteful mods. And he was getting a check engine light because of the valves on the, I think, Borla exhaust, I believe he had. And I went in there and I cleared them for him, but they popped back up after the second start. But now he knows exactly what the codes are and was able to get it fixed, I guess. So that's awesome. Happy to help, Willie. I mean, that took me.
Yeah, he's got a really
seconds.
nice setup.
Yeah,
Yep.
it really is cool.
Yep.
We have two Bill Millers. Yes, we do. It's crazy. I can't wait until we have two Professor Corvettes to keep
There'll
me,
never be two Professor Corvettes.
to keep
man.
me on track, because he's
Ever.
like, it's time to start talking about the new dash. Yeah. All right, guys. So
Yeah.
we are going to talk about the new dash. So if you haven't seen it yet, I actually put out a video at Carlisle. I got to sit in the 26 with Trevor, one of the engineers at GM. I've talked to him a couple times. He's a really cool dude. He went through all of the dash, the screen setups for me, which is where, in my opinion, the real big change for 2026 came in. Yeah, we get open cup holders and a slight change in the center console, but for the most part, it's the screens are the focus point of the 26 update. So anyway, if you haven't seen that video yet, let me pull it up here, because the Corvette blogger actually reposted it for us. Yeah, here it is. And this is it. So if you go over to the Corvette blogger, you'll see here video hands-on with the 2026 C8 Corvette infotainment screens. This is the video that I made, and then he goes through everything here. But these screens are significantly more responsive than the screen that is in the Corvette currently. So
Yes.
if you are worried about that, and I was worried about that, I feel like the processing speed of that is, I mean, it's detrimental, really. Especially if you're focusing on those screens for any kind of real-time information that you're using as you're driving, it is too slow on the current Corvette. It's that simple. And even just like listening to music, when I touch stuff, it just doesn't work like it should. And with this screen, if you watch the video I put out, everything that I was doing was instant. Like, I'm swiping through screens, it's instant. I changed the drive mode from sport to track. It changed instantly. It was way faster.
That was the one thing that was the biggest difference to me. I hate the delay in the current version, like our version, where you click it and then it'll change over.
Yep.
I hate that. And I do like the new, like when I saw it at Carlisle, I do like the new interior. I wasn't sure at first where the wallet button goes, wherever else, it's cool one way. With the buttons, it's cool. Without the buttons, but the one thing the screens, it all works. The interior works. The only thing I don't like, I hate those cup holders. I know it's such a
Yeah.
small
No,
thing.
no, I'm kind of with you on that. I don't hate
Ugh,
them. I don't fully understand why they can't be covered. Like I feel like stuff
right.
like that needs, like every car that I've had that has a cup holder, or two of them specifically, they have a cover on them, and every single time, like my TRX, I take care of my cars. You guys know how I am with this stuff.
Yep.
When I open up that cover, it looks like there was a child in my car that spilled stuff all over the place. And I don't spill anything. I never spill anything in there.
It just
But
collects.
it
It's
just
just
gets dirty. So having that
yeah.
door on there is a beautiful thing. So that
Yep.
is going to be a problem with the Corvette. Absolutely. If you put anything in there ever, even just water, it's going to condense. Water is going to condense,
Yep.
run down in there, and it will dry and leave a water spot. And then that over the period of a couple weeks of you doing the same thing, it's going to look like crap.
Well, and not just being covered, I just don't like the look of it. I just don't. It just doesn't work for me. The rest of it's fantastic. And the resolution on the screens when I
Yeah.
saw it at Corvette, like, did you
Very
not
good.
agree? The resolution is way
Oh,
better.
100%.
Like, way better. And I love this little screen over here on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. Like, I love that. I love all this stuff. And again, would that be a deal breaker for me for the couple hours? Heck no. But I mean,
Yeah.
God, they hit a home run with everything
Yep.
else. And then they fumble with the 1 yard line trying to punch it in as a touchdown. It's just like, what are you doing, man?
Yep. Guys,
Because
smash
even
the
the
thumbs
cover,
up button. We got
the
over 120 people in here watching. Let's get to 100 ASAP.
Yep. Well, there's an idea for anybody who's into market that you can make an aftermarket cover for those things. There you go.
I honestly don't know how it would look. It would have to be probably two separate little like discs to cover them up.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
But then you're missing the opportunity of the fact that those cup holders have ambient lighting in them now. And Trevor was showing it to me at Carlisle, where the cup holder, the ambient lighting is actually a ring underneath the initial opening, not at the bottom. So it's underneath the initial opening, so it will like literally light up the holder itself, which is kind of cool.
I will say, like, I had a rental car when I was in Detroit working it. I don't know, remember which one it was. Like some Buick or something. It had all the ambient light. Probably like I bet Amber's Cadillac has it, but all the ambient lighting
Yeah.
in the cabin and around and everything.
Mhm.
It was cool. I'm not gonna lie. The ambient lighting's pretty awesome. But the cup holders, man,
Yeah.
just to have the ambient
So
lighting.
I asked him about that because Amber's car does have the ambient lighting, and you can change the color just like you could on the Camaro ZL1. You could change it. Probably the SS too. I don't know, but I know the ZL1 for sure. Amber's you can change it whatever color you want, but the Corvette's is still just white. You can't change the color of it, but there will be that ambient lighting kind of in the cup holder now. So it's cool, but you can't change the color. So if you guys are okay with the like kind of almost somewhat of a dim white, that's what it's going to be. But
if they're offering it on Buicks and Camaros, the part
yeah, why? I know. I said the same thing. Why? Like, there's a lot of stuff like that that I don't get.
Yeah,
You could
exactly.
eat. I mean, you're updating this beautiful new 26 infotainment system with all these new options and stuff, and you couldn't throw in ambient lighting to be able to change the color. I don't know.
I mean, just the small stuff to take it to that next little level.
You're right.
It's like we'll give you all of this, but we won't give you everything.
Yeah, right. That's coming in 28. No, I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, it's. But seriously though, guys, if you haven't had a chance to play with the 2026 infotainment screen system, I mean, I'm going to refer to this as a system because it's your speedometer area, the new actual infotainment system, and then a little add-on on the side of the speedometer
Which I
area
like
too.
that one.
All of them play really well together, and I was very surprised with just how well it worked together and how much I liked it. Because I like the current interior. I got this question a lot at Carlisle. Which interior do I like better? And the easiest answer to that was yes, because I like both of them. They're both great interiors. And
Right.
I'm not going to say, no, don't get the 26, get the 25. And I'm not going to say, no, don't get the 20 or don't get the 25, get the 26. Because honestly, you're not losing either way. But the 26 it does look more up to date. It functions more up to date as far as like the speed and responsiveness of everything. I think it's fine. But one of the big things that Trevor pointed out to me while we were sitting there talking is that the screens like contrast levels. So the one thing everybody looks at with like new TVs and stuff is the black to white contrast. And typically if you're going for a new TV, you're getting like an OLED TV, and those will
Right.
give you the best possible white to black contrast. He said these are not OLED screens, but you'll notice the white to black contrast is almost OLED levels. And as soon as I started the car and it came on, that's exactly what I thought. Like there was on the infotainment system itself, it was like red at the bottom, and then it like gradually turned into black at the top, and you couldn't tell where that actually changed. It was really,
Nice.
really vivid colors, really responsive, definitely a faster processor in that car. So the thing is, with the processing speed of even the infotainment system, that has to factor in later too, because I'm pretty sure they told me that the 26 is using a new instead of global B, which is what the C8 uses now. I wanted to say that they updated that. He wasn't sure what it was going to be called, whether it was going to be called global C or not, but it has been updated. So with that said, that could potentially mean changes for everything, not just infotainment system speed. You're talking mag ride speed, how fast it can do calculations based on the bumps in the road, differential speed, how fast that can choose different, open close differentials based on how you're driving, even the speed of just changing from sport, tour, track, even that was like instant. So I think you're going to notice more so than just the infotainment system speed differences on the car.
Do you think it's possible at some point they offer a firmware update on the 23, 24, 25s?
So I've been asked this too, because on the 26, it's only been confirmed so far on the 26 ZR1 and ZR1X that it's getting the new performance traction mode. I don't think it's been confirmed on any other car in 26 yet. I don't know that though. I can't say for sure on that. But let's just say it hasn't. If that new performance traction mode gets updated to like the Z06, the E-Ray, and the Stingray for 26, and they don't bring it to the previous years, like 23 to 26 or 25s, then there's a reason. And the only reason would be it has something to do with the faster processing of the new car. So that will kind of answer two questions for us if that doesn't happen. It will tell me for sure the new processing speed is absolutely needed for that new performance traction mode. And it could be. So we'll see. But if it's not, then yeah, I would think that they would bring that.
Nice.
And
that would be a game changer for me.
Yeah. Ricky says the PTM change on the left screen is a game changer for track racers. Yeah, because I mean, it's so much more convenient to have it more accessible. And they've been trying to do this since they brought out the C8 initially. They had the Z button for Z mode, then they brought My mode because they realized, well, not everybody wants to drive around in the highest performance option all the time. Then they changed the way a lot of the Z mode stuff worked, where you could change like sliders and stuff on the screen to make it exactly what you wanted just by hitting that button. They've been trying since the C8 first came out to make it so it is easier to get right to where you want to be with the push of a button rather than going through 25 menus.
Yep. Yeah, the Z button was like their first attempt at that. So
exactly.
I don't think I'm the only person still has a 24 with a red Z button.
No, you're not anymore.
Does somebody get one in? They managed to fit one?
They make them now for the 24s.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I had them at the...
That was really fun.
At Carlisle. I had the 20... You have the 2020 to 2023, and then the 24 and 25s are a different button.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that was a fun mod. I had to file it and get in my hand. That's true, Red Z. They may not add it to the older cars just to get you to upgrade to new ones. They could do that.
I don't think they would do that unless there's a reason. I really do believe we would get that as an update, as long as it's not a requirement to have the faster processing of the 26.
If it's not a requirement, I hope so, because that would be a game changer for my car for sure. So.
Yeah. And now another thing, if you watch the video when I was in the car with Trevor talking about the 2026 update there, on the leftmost screen, there was a button for the auto start stop feature. And I asked him about that. I said, we're in a Z06. Why is that there? Because initially it had come out that all the 2026s, didn't matter what performance variant you got, they were all gonna have auto stop start. Then they changed it to only the ZR1X and the E-Ray. We're gonna have that. So I'm in this 2606. I'm looking. I'm like, why does it have that button? And Trevor said it's a pre-production. It won't be there for actual
Nice.
production Z06s. And I said, good, because
Thank
I do
God.
not want that. Um, guys, yeah, smash the thumbs up button. We're not at 100 yet. We have almost 150 people in here watching, so smash the thumbs up if you could. We are going to be doing a giveaway here very soon, and actually I don't think we got any entries for this yet tonight, guys. So we're going to talk a little bit more about this sponsor of the month, which is of course the True Seal by Amora, or the dry vent blocks. This is the website. So you go to truesealbyamora.com and you're going to be greeted immediately with a little video that plays showing you exactly what these things are. You can see the blocks in there, and they are stopping the water from entering into your engine bay. So while you're washing the car, this will stop your engine bay from getting wet. Now, sounds like a good idea, right? I know David has used it a couple times himself. I used it
Well, I
once
use it a
at the
lot.
bash, and it worked very nicely. It keeps water out of your engine bay. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. Now, of course, it's not going to be an absolute 100%, completely sealed off situation. You might get a drop here and there, but it is nothing like what you would get if you didn't use these. So again, C8 dry bay vent blocks has been renamed to True Seal wash protection, and these are all the information you need is on the website here, True Seal by Amora. It's $150, comes with all the blocks you need, the bag that you can store it in, and you can win them here on the channel right now today. For a donation of $10, we'll get you an entry. $50 will get you double entries. So make sure to get in on this, guys. Like I said, this is given away tonight.
And I even went as far as I literally, there's a video on my channel from earlier. I literally put a GoPro in the engine bay and time lapsed it while I watched it, because I was like, meh, why not? Let's see if it works. And sure enough, it works. And like I said, the best piece, I'm not even kidding you, is that bottom piece to keep it from getting underneath the glass. That is by far the best piece. It's all great. And the newer version fits in. The original version fit great, but there's a different foam on it on the newer version that it actually fits in tighter and it seals even better. So again, I'm going to do a repeat in the future, the very near future here, where I'm going to do a repeat and put a GoPro in the back, use the new version, and then compare the two side by side. So
yeah, you should do that this month, actually.
Yep.
But interestingly enough, over at the TrueSealByAmora.com website, you actually can see some of the expert commentary. So one of the very first things from AutoWeek.com that they commented on when the C8 Stingray first came out, the brand new C8 Corvette, they commented on the fact that there's a lot of water that gets in the engine bay. And it's kind of an interesting thing because, whenever there's that much water getting in your engine bay, it kind of doesn't seem like it might be that great for the engine. I get it. It's designed to handle it. But at the same time, do we really want to just keep dumping a bunch of water in there? Or do you want to make sure that your freshly detailed engine bay stays freshly detailed? And there's a lot of different links out there showing this exact kind of stuff. The hotcars.com, this was another one. They were talking about excess water in the engine bay. I mean, these were literally articles reported on mass, like a bunch of them. I remember when the car first came out, this was like all that was talked about. And you could see the water getting just super wet in there. And there was an easy way to fix it.
And even with that, like, it's not even just the engine bay itself. I hate those water spots on that flat black panel. It just looks terrible. I hate it. And then when you lift it up, to detail the inside, what's there? More drops down. It's like even worse. You're like,
Yep.
So I use these. I've used these for a long time. And the second version she has out is we even used them on your car when we were at the bash and the guy did the details. Like, here, throw these in real quick so you don't have to detail this crap after he's done. So, yep.
All right, we got our first entry into the giveaway tonight, guys. It's Charles, of course. He's
nice.
He donates $50, so he's got 10 entries to win right there. So if no one else donates at this point, I think he's a shoo-in. So guys, again, smash the thumbs up button, but also get in on this giveaway. These things are awesome to have sitting in your garage for washing the car. So
yep. And again, if you use, I think her code is veteran for 10% if you're a veteran. So my fellow vets, 10% off, and then DBM will get you 5% more. You save 15% if you buy it later in the week. But you guys, like I said, I've used these. Justin seen me use them plenty of times. We used them on his car. It gets 98% of the water. And like I said, I GoPro'd it, and I'm going to tell you, like, I hate detailing because the way it's designed, the water drops in, then it runs down that panel into those little two holes on the back, right where the rear glass is into the cabin. It runs in there, but you get all those little water spots. I cannot stand that, especially
Yeah.
on that. If you have carbon fiber panels, I don't know how bad it shows, but on that flat black that I have, that I don't have the carbon
Well,
fiber, it shows so bad.
it's not even just that it shows that flat black of the stock stuff. It actually can stain it. I've seen them where you literally can't get them off.
Yep,
So
I
if
hate
it's
it.
soapy water, or if you used any kind of acidic soap in your bucket, or if you go through a drive-through car wash or something, it will make it look even worse. So it's definitely not something you want to have look worse. It already looks pretty bad from factory, so let's not make it look
Yeah,
worse.
100%.
Yeah, it saves time too. Mora says the True Seal wash protection saves time because that's one less thing you have to wash. A lot of times, if you're washing your car, your engine bay is not necessarily dirty. I know on mine, I very rarely wash my engine bay because all of my carbon fiber that I have back there, it's all ceramic coated and polished and everything. It doesn't really get dirty very often. So if I wash the car, that doesn't necessarily need to be washed. And if it doesn't, you want to put those blocks in there and make sure you don't have to wash it just because. So, yeah, Seawolf Z06 says they need the blocks for the hardtop convertibles too. That might be something to consider.
I think she's
Amora.
got those coming. Actually, I think, don't quote me, but I think she's got those coming too.
That would be good.
Yep.
I still don't know, man. I still don't know which one I'm talking to. It's not the one from Carlisle, so it's a different one. But he still is a great supporter of the channel, so I'm okay with it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna have to
That'll
put
be
a
our new
one.
thing. Which one is which?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put a one after one of their names.
Yeah.
This guy's saying having trouble pulling up the order page. I'm gonna post the link right in the chat here. It pulled right up for me. If you guys want to try to order these or take a look at the website, I just posted a link in the chat. Just touch on that. I'll take you right to it. But if you don't want to buy them, you want to take a chance at actually winning them, why not? You can win them here for $10. As of right now, there's only one entry. So, well, now there's two. TJ's in for
TJ.
one entry.
There you go. Yeah, and like I said, it's not even one, like, it still collects dust and everything just because it's open to the, from the ground up like that. But as far as when you open it after you wash it, if you're going to detail it and all that crap spills into, again, still into your engine bay, it's just washing that off because you don't want to leave the spots to dry. I just hate it, man. So this was a game changer for me because it does save you a lot of time. I'm not going to lie. He says he's the OG on the channel.
Okay. All right. That actually does help me, believe it or not, because
exactly.
That means you're the person I was thinking of when I met this other guy at Carlisle. So
that's awesome.
Oh, okay. So it's just the order page. Amora might be an issue with the order. In the meantime, MGM, if you want to jump in on the giveaway here, you might be able to win a set for way less than what you'd pay for them.
There you go. And you can get discounts, guys.
There it is. So Amora says the hardtop convertible True Seal wash protection is coming November 1st, 2025. Nice.
I thought they were coming.
There you go, guys. And take a wild guess at who is sponsoring the channel in November. Take a guess.
Amora?
It would be Amora. So we're going to have...
She's got some other good products coming too. I can't wait to see the rest of her stuff come out. Like, she's got some good stuff. So
we're going to talk about all of them.
Bringing it.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. That'll be November. I'll be busy.
Yes, it will.
So.
Yeah, Crystal said, I just pictured someone with a Corvette going through a drive-through car wash, and I almost cried. I agree. I just said it because
there's somebody out there.
I was going to say, someone out there will do it for sure. Yep.
Yeah, there is.
All right, let's see. We just got an entry for the giveaway here from John Perkins. All right, John.
All right, John. It was good to see you at Carlisle too. I haven't been on the channel since, but John, it was good to see you, buddy.
It's always good to see John.
Oh, I know. Well, he and I get to talk about old school stuff, and then it turns like an hour later, we realize we haven't accomplished or really discussed too much.
Yeah, you haven't actually done anything.
No. Hey, Lego, better late than never. We're about to do the giveaway, so you might get lucky.
Yeah, we haven't done the giveaway yet. So if you guys are interested in winning these things, don't waste any more time. We're going to be doing it here probably in about 15, 20 minutes.
Professor Corvette says, is there a first edition art block available with authenticity documents? Bro, where do you come up with this?
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't
You
even know
killed
why
me.
you would think something like that.
I love it though.
Yeah,
Between him
he's.
and 10
I
Seconds
was gonna say
Z06, you
he's a
guys are
blast.
freaking phenomenal. Oh,
Um,
that's great.
all right, so we got Mim Peterson's in. She spent a lot of time at the booth too. She's a big fan of Amber, not so much me, but Amber. But you might win tonight, Mim. So then you'll have a reason to wash your car after you drive it next year to Carlisle.
Well, and I really enjoyed Carlisle. Like I said, I wasn't on last week, so I didn't get to talk about it much. But the one thing I think I'm going to miss the most until next year is Becca's bacon chocolate chip cookies. Like, what the F? Like, I would have never thought about that, but that changed my life. Okay. I just want you to know, Becca, that changed my life. Those things were insane. My daughter can bake very well. Her and I need to talk about some bacon chocolate chip cookies.
Oh boy, I don't know if she's still in here or not, but
She
Carl
usually is. I don't know if she's still, but good Lord, those things were insanely tasty.
Carl
Oh.
Hawkins says, "Do you guys have the side vents installed, and how necessary are they?" I'm guessing you're talking about the scrape armor side vent grills. I personally would say they're pretty necessary, especially the big thing for me is they don't offer, in my opinion, the same protection that the front ones do for the same reason. So like the front ones are there to stop big rocks and stuff from beating up your radiators. That's not as likely to happen on the side intakes, but what does happen,
Because it leaves and
you
shit.
get a ton of leaves and road debris that
Yep.
gets sucked into your intake. So those grills will actually help prolong the life of your air filters because there won't be leaves and stuff stuck to them. Like, for example, I just over the weekend I took out my stock intake. In the stock intake, I only had 1,800 miles on the car. I dumped it out. There was literally rocks, leaves,
Yep.
cigarette butts. I know, disgusting cigarette butts and
Yep.
bird feathers. Like, there was no bird, but there was a bunch of feathers in there. So no idea, but
Yep.
yeah.
Well, that was like when I did the Corsa Eventuri shootout. And I took my Eventuri. I was like, "What's out? I may as well take it out and clean the filters while I have it." It blew me away how much crap was up
I
in it.
know,
This was
right?
before I had the scrape orders. I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "This is terrible."
Yep. What's up, Jeremy? He says late
Hey,
to the
Jeremy.
party. He had to get his thumbs up then. I appreciate that, man.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Got over 130 people watching, only 90 thumbs ups, guys. What's going on? What's a 40?
And Jeremy, I've got a good bit of time come off from work coming up. You're gonna see me.
Oh,
I have
boy.
to see that monster in person, brother.
Yeah.
Like, there is
Guys,
no
smash
way
the
I'm
thumbs
gonna
up
pass
button.
up on that.
We have a discrepancy of 42 here on thumbs ups. It's not, I don't like it. Hit the thumbs up button, guys. Let's get going on that. And as of right now, let's see what we got. We got 4 people entered in for the giveaway. So if you guys want a chance at winning that, keep those entries coming so we can give these things away. I'm giving away tonight. As of right now, there's 4 people in the race. Do you really want to give somebody that much of an easy win?
I mean, hell, at this point, put in $10, you got a really good shot.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like crazy.
Yeah.
So C8 Z06 says, did I go with the inventory? I'm not going to tell you just yet, but if you use your brain, you'll be able to figure it out. But in the video, I talk a lot about the reason I went with this particular intake, and there's a lot of good reasons to go with this one. So Professor Corvette says, Amora, if you could number the blocks, that would be interesting. I think she did. I'm pretty sure the last set that I saw installed, it said D1, D2, D3, and P1, P2, P3 for driver and passenger side. It does make it a lot easier to to put them in the right spot. It was definitely something that was needed. I agree. Carl Hawkins says, I ordered a 26 hardtop convertible E-Ray dealer, said nothing about side vents. Those do not come together, if that's what you're implying. So if you get the front grill guards, the side grill guards are a separate purchase. So you'd have to buy both to get them. But I personally would do both on a Z06 or an E-Ray. Either way, you're going to regret not having done it whenever you're cleaning out your intake later.
It really amazed me. At first, I was like, it really blew me away when I took the top off and then looked at it. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, on my black one, I pulled out the inventory intake initially on the black car.
Yep.
Leaves and cigarette butts, like the grossest thing you can think of. I agree, but on this one, I had bird feathers in there too. So I don't know. Wild stuff. Not something you want to mess around with too much. Because, I mean, honestly, if there's bird feathers in there, that probably means at one point there was a bird in there. Where it went, I don't know.
Or
But,
yeah, who knows? Or you ran close to one that was laying on the ground dead or something.
yeah, I've seen people with birds in there. There was one on Facebook I just saw recently.
I believe it.
There was a full dead bird just laying in his side intake when he came out in the morning to look at his car. And I thought that was, it's funny, it's sad, but it's kind of funny.
Smell.
Yeah. I mean, imagine if it starts cooking on your freaking radiator in there. Like,
oh, that'd be terrible.
Professor Corvette's just trying to flex a little bit. He says he just wanted to show that he was an early purchaser of the True Seal. Before they started to be numbered, he was one of the OG purchasers.
Yep. Same here. I have the OG set too.
Yeah, with a certificate of authenticity. I have mine. Do you have yours?
I do, actually. Yeah. I have a handwritten letter from Amora. Thank you.
Yeah.
Who, again, guys, I hope you guys got to meet her at Carlisle. What an individual. She's just freaking awesome, man. She's such a great lady.
Oh, yeah, he does. Okay, he meant serial numbered. My bad.
Oh, okay.
My bad. Yeah, it probably does taste like chicken. It was I think it was a Cardinal, actually. I mean, I would imagine it would taste something like chicken. They're birds.
Oh,
right?
Becca's back. Yeah, Becca, we were talking about your cookies momentarily, so.
Boy, that sounded good job.
Chocolate bacon chips. Great. Yeah. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, yeah. She was amazing. They were so great. Thank you for bringing that. That was really awesome of you. We appreciate it. Great to meet all you guys too. I'd only met part of the crew. I'd met Josh and some of the Greens or at his shop folks and all the people in Miami. It was good to meet all you guys. It was awesome.
Ricky says I replaced my intake at like 1,500 miles and it was a trash box.
Yeah, dude, it blew me away. Like I never thought anything of it, and I don't even think we had talked about you changing yours when I had done mine. Like, and literally, I was like, oh my god, look at all this crap in here. So that, and I think like a month later, I won the giveaway for the scrape armor ones.
Well, whenever I first did mine, I hadn't done my intake. I hadn't cleaned my intake out. So I didn't realize exactly what these grills were going to stop from happening. And it was like a month or so later, I pulled the intake to clean the filters. And when I did, I wasn't even filming when I took the intake out initially, but I turned it to the side and looked, and there was all these leaves in there. So I'd like turned it upside down and dumped it. And all this stuff came out. And I was like, oh man, I should have filmed that. Like, that's a perfect reason to have these grill guards.
Thing. I said the same thing. Like, it was the one part of that shootout video between the course that I didn't, and I was like, "Man, I should have filmed that." I said because there was so much crap. People won't believe me that it came
right.
Out
That's
like
what I'm saying. Like, I'm dumping out bird feathers and stuff. I was like, "There's no way someone's going to believe that there was a bird in there."
Yep.
KP says the damage to the intercooler from the side vents must be somewhat problematic. I don't know that I've ever heard of anybody having damage on the side vents. I have on the front, not on a Z06, but on a Stingray, where someone actually caught a rock to it and literally punctured the radiator, and it was leaking coolant. So that is a problem for the front ones for sure. For the side ones, I mean, it would have to be a very, very specific targeted rock, I guess. But I wouldn't say it's impossible, but I've never seen it.
More difficult because it wouldn't be a direct strike. You think it would?
Yeah, it would have to like curve almost. Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a direct strike.
So Maura says that's a great idea. She'll start doing the serial numbers. So this is one thing about the smaller businesses, the smaller companies that create things for Corvettes. There's less bean counters. There's less hoops to jump through. If you have a good idea and you mention it to Amora, she's probably going to implement it because she's the lady that does it. So it's like,
yep. And I agree with you, Professor Corvette. Like Amora hooking up with HPO and Justin. I mean, like, again, like Justin was saying, she's an idea lady. Like she's got some great ideas, and for bouncing them off Justin and Justin being like, yeah, that's great. Or how have you ever thought about this or do this? So it's perfect, man. I can't wait to see where this goes. And Darren, I'm not driving in Kensington Avenue, but if you've ever been around 285 in Atlanta, like there are things like washing machines in the middle of the highway, and so yes, it's just as bad.
So you're going to catch a washing machine in your side intake.
I hit a toolbox, remember? That's how I jacked up my first splitter. I hit a toolbox.
That's
like
so
it fell off the back of a worker. Yeah. Yep.
I can't even imagine. Like, I'm driving down the road. I'm talking specifically about rocks. And actually, I have had a pop can. I've seen a pop can in the front radiator area. Like a crushed pop can. And so, I mean, there you get a lot of garbage on the roads, no doubt. But apparently, it's nothing like Atlanta or
Oh,
wherever.
dude, that washer, I'm not kidding you, dude. Like I worked every other week at my Atlanta job, and literally it was there like several cycles of work. So it was there for like 6 weeks, and it had been hit multiple times. And was at different places on the side of the road. I've never seen anything like it.
That's so messed up.
It's look, you know
I'm
what I
never
need to do
driving
one
on
day
that
for
road.
everybody so they believe me. I need to drive and have like my dash cam on and just like focused at the side of the road to see all the crap on the side of the road.
I'm never
It's
driving on
insane.
that road
Mattresses,
ever.
ladders,
Darren
everything.
Burnett says 285 is just plain nasty.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
KP says LOL Maytag edition Z06.
Yeah, I'm glad it was the toolbox because I just missed the actual body panel. It was the front splitter, but there wouldn't have been no missing that Maytag. That would have been it. That car would probably would have been total.
Red C8 Z06 said that he had a piece of tire in his grill. Oddly enough, Blackout Tinting actually just made a little short video talking about the weirdest thing that they've seen on a car come in. Like usually they walk around the car whenever it's first dropped off to detail any kind of like chips or anything to show that, you know, basically, hey, this was there before we did any work. And one of the things, the car pulls in to get washed before it starts getting PPF and stuff on it. And Josh notices in the back tire wheel well, there's this piece of metal sticking out. And he looks at it and he's like, it looks like a blade. It's about this long. And it was a blade stuck in between the bumper and the fender liner. So they pull it out and it's a steak knife without the handle on it. And he's like, that's the first time I've ever seen that. Like, this thing's got a knife jammed in it. Like,
Well, and Steven was like, he was like, "Are you kidding me about the washer?" I'm like, "No." The guy's like, "I see this stuff like ladders, washer and dryers, like all kinds of crazy shit on the highway around here. It's one of the craziest things I've ever seen, and it never gets moved. Is the crazy part. Like it was there for
yeah,
6
that is
weeks,
the craziest part.
and it's gotten hit multiple times because every time I was seeing it, it was like more mangled than the last time I saw it.
You should have made a video series. Is it still there? How
Yeah,
mangled is it
well, and the
today?
truck tires are even worse. Those retreads that blow out. Like when I was
Yeah.
trailering home from Carlisle, I had one blow like like just caddy, and all I heard was boom and tire flying everywhere.
Yep.
Like it's terrifying to drive around Atlanta. It really, really is.
So, this is a good question. Do you guys think the Z06 prices will continue to go down?
Yeah, I answered that in the chat. I think for the next little bit, it is. I do.
And what do you think will stop it?
What I think is going to stop it, honestly, is we're going to hit that market adjustment bottom when the ZR1 hype is over and you're able to get ZR1s close to MSRP or whatever else, and people are going to either be in the market for a ZR1 or they're not. It's going to be the pretenders and the real people, and then the people that are, I think the Z06 prices will start to level out, and you're not going to see yours was like stupid under MSRP. Like you got a
20K.
smoking deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. Like, we're not going to see that.
So here's an
ever.
interesting take on this. I just noticed this. I think it was last night. 2 nights ago. I showed Amber. There was a live, or I was reading through a video, a thread on the C8 mid-engine Corvette forum, and there's someone currently at the NCM doing whatever, and they were taking pictures of the cars that are all to be delivered. There was 8 cars on the boulevard.
All 06s.
No, all Stingrays.
Oh, really?
Every one of them.
So
and I was like,
the Z06s and the E-Rays. Remember when we were there in the bash? They were pumping out nothing but wide bodies. Remember?
So I'm curious though, after seeing that, if we are already to that turning point, because I've gotten at least 3 emails from people. One of them, I still have the messages and the pictures where he went to his dealership to get a Z06, told them, number one, they were at MSRP, not a dime under. So he told them about my video where I had just bought a brand new 25 for 20,000 under MSRP. And they basically called me a liar. They said, "Do you believe everything you read on the internet? He's obviously lying about that." And I'm like, "No, I can show you the paperwork. I got 20K off, and it was already sitting there for 15K off. I just got an extra 5." So those deals are out there, but this particular dealership was like, "No, we're not taking a dime off MSRP." And I'm wondering now if these prices are going to start coming back up, especially on the Z07 package cars. Because
yeah, exactly. I think the Z07 package cars are you're not going to be able to get them at any breaks on them at all.
Well, I got mine
at
for
all.
20K under.
I know, but I mean, I'm
Z07.
saying because they were cranking them out.
Yeah.
before the ZR1s were being built, so the carbon fiber wasn't whatever, but they
Right.
were cranking out wide bodies. It was all, when we were there in the bash, it was all E-Rays, all Z06s, all E-Rays, all Z06s. So when they go back to pumping out their bread and butter cars, these Stingrays, and they start making a bunch of those and stop making them, once everything that hit the dealer lots is dried up,
Yeah.
I think we go back to that normal
Yeah.
thing once they start. Yeah, I think 100% on that.
I think you're right. So this is a long way of saying if you're looking to get a Z06, get it sooner than later, because I don't know how much longer the prices are
Now,
going to be.
yeah,
Where
now's the time to buy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seawolf Z06 says, nice video on the steering wheel changeover and the Mad Trace paddle shifters, Justin. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. I really, really, really am enjoying those paddle shifters. I loved the last ones I had too, but the only complaint I had about them was, I'm changing carbon fiber out for aluminum. I felt dirty. And these kind of fix that problem. You still get the magnetic or the aluminum, construction with a carbon fiber paddle, and it looks almost OEM. It's a hair taller than OEM, but the carbon matches the OEM stuff really nicely. It's a really, really nice paddle. And honestly, guys, if you're interested in the aftermarket paddles, they gave me 10% off on those things. And I'll,
Yeah,
spoiler alert,
I wish they had a red one.
I paid for those things. I didn't get them for free.
video.
So this is not me
Yeah.
just being like, oh, go buy them because I got them for free. I paid for them. So
Yeah.
HPO 10 will save you 10%. I'm giving you 100% honest opinion because, like I said, I paid for those freaking things. If I didn't like them, I'd have sent them back.
Yeah, and I that was the first comment I put on your video. I was like, man,
Yeah.
do they have these in red? Because I would be all over that. Because I held off on the metal ones at Paragon, even though they were a much better click, because I just didn't want the metal. I like the carbon fiber.
Yep.
Of course, I like red carbon fiber because it matches my interior, my kind of thing. But if they had those, I'd be all over that. So please, whoever's making those, make red ones.
They have aluminum, the gloss carbon fiber, and the dry looking carbon fiber.
Right.
So it
Well,
wouldn't
but
surprise
even
me. If they did something.
red would be probably one of the most popular options, but a lot of people would love to have different color carbon fiber options for their interior. They have yellow seats or stitching or blue seats. Put blue ones. I mean, it would look great. So
Okay. We'll see. Jay Brazelton, what's up? Did you see the giveaway
Jay,
for
what's up,
today? You're usually one that enters in on the giveaways. The giveaway today is the True Seal from Amora. What that's going to be is it's going to protect water from getting into your engine bay. Actually, I think you have a convertible now that I think about it. But either way, it's not a bad option to have just in case you end up getting a coupe someday. But either way, let's see. 2020 Matrix 8 says, I refuse to drive my Z06 or GT3 RS on the highway unless someone is dying. And even then I'll question
Jeremy.
it. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
And you
pretty much
live
it.
near me, you know what it's like. Exactly, dude. I'd be like, do I really like that person?
So, Andre, I think we answered this already, but he says, wonder when is the best time to buy a Z06. Should I wait or buy now? I think now is a really good time. I just bought my Z06 about a month and a half ago, and I got 20K off MSRP, brand new car. I don't know that it's going to get much better than that. Robert Brunn says to put your vet through the spin cycle. Boy, if it was that easy to clean, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Steve Robertson
Ricky, I'm the
says,
same way. Oh, go ahead.
Steve Robertson asked, Justin, was your new steering wheel OEM? Yes, it was.
Yeah.
I didn't want to go aftermarket with the steering wheel. And plus, I like the OEM look anyway. So
I honestly think the OEM look is the best option that's out there currently on
I
the
do
one
too.
you got. Like the aftermarket ones don't even look that good. That looks better.
Gordon
Yep.
Cruz says, you are always transparent, Justin. That's what makes your channel special. David is the same way. Me and David had a long conversation about this whenever David first started his channel. And I told him, don't ever compromise your integrity because somebody's offering you $500 to say good things about a product that sucks. It's a bad idea. No one will ever listen to you again. Be honest. If it's a good part, talk about it. If it's not, send it back and never mention it.
Yep.
That's it.
And that was the best advice, was that if it's not a good part and you don't like it, send it back and don't mention it. That, and hey, just do what you do and do it in front of a camera.
Yep. Yeah.
Those are
So
great.
I'm never going to make a video on a part on my channel that isn't something that I would personally have on my car. If I'm talking about that part and you see my car later and for some reason that part's not on there, there's a good reason, or it wouldn't happen, basically, is what I'm saying. So like the paddle shifters, those will be on my car until the day that car, God, I almost said catches fire.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
that's a
and I don't
horrible
ever
thing to say.
promote anything I don't put on my car. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly.
Like, yeah,
Well,
and again,
there are
if it's not there anymore, it's because I replaced it with something better, and you already
yeah.
know because I did a
I was
video.
gonna say there are certain things like the paddle shifters I had on my black Z06. Those are good paddle shifters. I prefer the ones that I have now over those, but that's not to say that those ones aren't good anymore just because they're not on my car. You could go either route, whichever route makes more sense for you. I personally
Right.
like the idea of them looking more OEM and carbon fiber, but
Me too.
you know,
Me, and I love the way I got to feel it. Like I love the way those felt.
yeah,
The ones you had from Paragon, like those were great.
yeah,
But again, I love the way my carbon fiber red ones look that I got from Paragon. And I would be all over these because they're extended. They have that more tactile feel. They're faster.
yeah.
Just don't make them in red yet. And Monster Justin does not work for GM. He is just a Corvette enthusiast, and that's really what this
If
whole
they're if
channel's
GM's
about.
watching and they're hiring, feel free to reach out to me. I would definitely consider it, but no, I do not work for GM. I'm just a Corvette enthusiast. That's the big thing is like I made this channel because I'm an enthusiast of not just Corvettes, but cars in general. And
Yeah.
Corvette has just been, they've really captured my, my attention, we'll say, because of the price to dollar value. So
Yeah.
this channel is going to be Corvette's focus for a long time, most likely. I mean, I might bring other things in here and there, but I'm always going to have a Corvette.
Yeah.
Corvette Amora says that she was a guest at the Corvette Fall of Fame.
Oh, the
That's
Hall of
interesting.
Fame. The Hall of Fame.
Last Friday night, I spent time with Kim Baker and his crew, and Charlie and Jim too. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Dan said he ordered the paddle shifters as a result of seeing my video. Hopefully you use the HPO10 code because it saves you 10%. That's a decent amount of money off of those things. And I got that a little bit after I put the video up because they didn't offer it initially, but then they gave it to me at the last second.
Well, and that was the first message I sent you on your commentary video. I was like, oh man, they make them in red.
Yeah. Yeah, just be yourself. Yep. And don't advertise stuff that sucks. So yeah, Jay Brown says, hey,
if
no
we would
fires.
put it on our cars, guys, you're not going to hear us talking about it. That's how it is. Like
Yeah.
the True Seal or the drive-by vent blocks, which is what they originally were. I've been using those since I basically got my car. So
yeah. Yeah, I don't work for GM, but Ricky says, hey, Justin, has your Pro Clip mount got loose over time? I noticed mine is wicked loose yesterday. I tried to take it off, put it back on, it's still loose. Huh. No. I still have the same one that I got whenever I had my 2020 Stingray. I went from the Stingray to my Z06 to my new Z06, and it's still the same.
Are you sure it's not the panel maybe?
Oh yeah,
and
the panel clips
itself?
behind. Yeah.
Because it clips behind the panel. Are you sure it's not? Check the panel to make sure, because my mount's not any looser, and I've had it on and off quite a few times. And I use it to record and everything else. So.
Yeah. Professor Corvette says, well-known truism in the YouTube community, HPO is the best channel for Corvette by a large margin. I do not work for HPO. Thanks, Professor Corvette. I really appreciated talking to you at Carlisle. It was nice to hear some of the stuff that you had to say.
Yeah, he's great. Actually, everybody we got to meet, all the subscribers that come up to us and we get to meet them, we get to talk to them, like, they're all great. It's so cool to put faces to the usernames and to see everybody. And then, of course, the people that are always there that we get to hang out that, we don't get to talk to as much, like, John Perkins and Aaron and those guys, like, Dan. Like, it's awesome to see everybody.
And I said that before we even went to Carlisle. Everybody that is in this chat, everybody that has come up to me to introduce themselves from, being a fan of the channel or whatever, I have yet to meet a subscriber I didn't like. Like they're like-minded people. Like, yeah, they're like people you could have been good friends with. Like they have the same interests. We're all there for the same reason.
Yep.
NBA Live says, Justin,
such a great community.
When's your next mod video coming out? I'll probably have one out this week. Actually, I will have one out this week. It's going to be all my RSC stuff.
Nice.
Jay said he's still waiting on his Forge Light wheels. Trust me when I say the wait is worth it. Now,
yep.
I actually had an interesting comment. I don't know if I want to talk about that yet. Somebody emailed me right after Carlisle, one of my subscribers, and said, hey, Justin, do you have the contact information for the guys over at Forge Light? And I said, yeah, I do. What's up? And he said he ordered a set of wheels and mistakenly ordered forged light with a D. So forged light instead of forged light. And he said he didn't realize that those weren't the same wheels. He went on to say that he's had the wheels now for a little over a month, and the finish is literally just falling off of these things, and he wants to get the good stuff. I've said for a while now, you have forged light with a D, forged light without the D. Forged light without the D is a significantly higher quality wheel. It's that simple. It's unfortunate that this happens because of the name confusion. That is going to be rectified here pretty soon. I was talking to Josh at Carlisle, and apparently Forged Light with a D is going to be calling themselves something slightly different moving forward to prevent this from being an issue. But just so you guys know, this is a real life situation where someone bought the wheels with the D in there, and unfortunately it bit them. So don't make that mistake. The extra cost of the Forged Light wheels is worth every penny. They're going to last longer. They're going to hold up better. They're going to look awesome. They're going to look way more awesome. The cuts on these wheels are higher quality. The runouts are basically zero. I mean, literally, you're talking about a zero margin of error on these things. It is,
and they put their runout, their QC
right
on every
Yep.
wheel. Every wheel gets QC that goes on, not 1 out of 100, 1 out of 1,000. That's what I loved about it. And Jay, I'm telling you, man, it's worth the wait. Like, I'm waiting on a set too, so don't worry about it. It takes a while because they cut everything to your order. They send you the update. Hey, this is your order. This is your final spec sheet, whatever. But it's worth the wait, man. Trust me, they're awesome. So.
Blood Saber says, are the paddle shifters in stock? All of them. As last I checked, they were all in stock. Yes. So the gloss aluminum and the matte finish carbon, they're all in stock, and they're carbon on the outside, and all the internals they're all aluminum. So there's no plastic involved in these, even though the paddle itself is now carbon. John Perkins says, Justin, with the paddle shifters being taller, do they catch your fingers when turning the steering wheel? Not that I noticed. Not anything more than the stock ones did. Because when I say they're taller, they're probably not even half an inch taller. So I mean, you're talking about very
the extended metal ones you had from Paragon, because those were pretty tall. Those ones were
way taller. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the carbon ones are. They're almost the same size.
I like the OEM look better. Yeah. Yeah.
Monster says, bro, so am I. I like Corvettes, but also wanted to save the sedans from going obsolete. Yeah, absolutely, man. Car enthusiast is what this channel is all about. One of the reasons why when I first started the channel, I didn't name the channel something specifically Corvette, because I'm not just a Corvette fan, even though it kind of looks like it. I do have I have my Ram TRX that I really freaking love. I've had a bunch of other cars in the past that I've loved, and I'm sure I'll have other cars in the future that I love, but the Corvettes are always going to be something that is going to stick around here.
Well, and it's same with me, right? Like, I've had Mustangs, I've got a 72 C10, I've got my massive horsepower Challenger. I mean, like, we just love horsepower, but the performance you get for the dollar you spend right now in the last several generations for the Corvette is really hard to beat from any angle you look at it. It really, really is.
Steve Robertson says you're going to need a new Pro Clip for the 26. You're right. That's going to be interesting. They asked me whenever I had my 2020 Stingray back in the day if I could make the trip up to them for them to scan the car to figure out where they could put a Pro Clip. So if I have a 26 early enough, I might let them do that on my car. 10 Seconds 06 says he's definitely buying those paddle shifters. I got to try them on Justin's car, and they have hardly any travel. Look better than stock too, since they're a little bit longer. They really are worth. I'm telling you now, when you're driving down the road and you're in manual mode and you're at high RPM and you're hitting those paddles, it is so much better than stock when you're clicking those paddles.
Yeah, the second they have red ones, I'm on it. Just that, because I just didn't like the look of the one or the aluminum ones that Paragon had. I just didn't. I love the idea, but the look. I said, but with those, that's tasty.
I love this, Ricky. I didn't see this comment until just now where he says nobody wants the D. I've been saying that for a while, but I've been saying it like kind of low key because I don't want to sound gross and I don't want to be that guy. But at the same time, when you're going to get the wheels, don't take the D.
You don't want the D.
Forged light without the D. Don't take the D. So yeah. Crystal says, love this group of humans. Hey, can't wait for next year, Carlisle. I'm in that group.
Oh, and it is every time, no matter what event we go to, when the subscribers and people come up, and there's certain people that you communicate more with than others, but like you see them that you know are going to be there, that you're like, oh man, like John, hey, John's, where's John? Has anybody seen John? You know, like you just know they're going to be there. It's awesome.
Yeah. I knew the people that were coming. I knew the people that weren't. I knew Jay Brazelton wasn't coming, which was kind of made
Right.
me sad. I like Jay Brazelton. He's a cool guy to be around. So whenever you know someone's not coming, you actually get like kind of like, oh man, that sucks. Like that's how cool this group is. Like it really is an awesome
Exactly.
group. And then when Dan and Maria come with their with Coco, I mean,
Yes.
every year I don't remember what year it was I've first met them, but they've come every year since then, and every year I look
Yep.
forward to seeing them in the dog every
Me
year.
too. Me too. And you know what? I like seeing them more than once. They come back, they go do something, they come back. Like I love seeing them more than once. And they're just so great to sit around and talk to. Just great people. Amazing people. And there's other people like that haven't been able to make it. Yeah, like Gordon. Like Gordon and I communicate a bit. Like I can't wait to meet Gordon in real life. He had to have surgery, got sick before his Ron Fellows, and he was actually going to be in our Ron Fellows class. So I was
Oh
really
wow.
bummed when he couldn't make it. So just like stuff like that. But like just meeting everybody's freaking awesome, man.
Yep. JC 01 guy, and I've met him a couple times. He says, I know one thing: GM is giving the new Corvettes to the wrong channels for reviews. They should be giving it to Horsepower Obsessed.
Agreed.
I appreciate that, man. I really do. I really wish I would start to get stuff like that. There are a couple channels they give the review cars to that are legit, but some that aren't too, I suppose. I appreciate the kind words though, man. Let's see. Yeah, Kevin Rand says he learned so much from everyone. It really is. Corvettes at Carlisle is a really interesting gathering because number one, we get to meet a bunch of people. We get to sit down and talk to people, and of course, like with Willie, I got to help him clear his check engine light and stuff. It's like stuff like that where you're just doing car guy stuff like that.
Yep.
You cannot put. I can't even rank that on how awesome that is.
Yep.
Professor Corvette says, Amora Corvette lady is a star. Can she be on the video next time, Justin? I could probably get her on here. I think I could probably do that.
Yeah, and Kevin, I have to say too, the build's gonna go when they tell me it's ready, but I'm gonna try if I get the suspension issue worked out that popped up over Carlisle weekend, I'll try to swap that intake out for you and send you the stock one before it even goes to LMR. So I got you, man.
NBA Live says, I agree. You should have been invited to Coda Media Day. That would have been cool.
Yep.
Will I review my own car when I get it? Absolutely. 100%.
Well, and you know, if you ever wanted to do stuff like if the Petite Le Mans, because they bring some of the Corvette stuff there. I mean, like I live 15 minutes from there. You stay at my house. We could just go do it. You can shoot stuff, stay at my house. I'll pick you up at the airport, drop you off.
And we
You
can
know what I
drive
mean?
on the washing machine road.
Actually, we won't, but we could probably drive on the track because I know
Yeah.
people. So
Okay, that's better. That's better.
No washing machines on Road America, so, or Road Atlanta.
Jay
And
Brownston
Bill,
says
thank
he's
you.
going to buy 25 shirts for me to give away at the 26 bash. If he can have a
Nice.
chair by my tent. Absolutely. You can absolutely
There
have a
you
chair
go.
by the tent. We pop up chairs and whoever takes them takes them. I mean,
Yeah, like I don't
I
even
want you
think
guys to
at the
hang out.
bash. I don't even think I sat in my chair. I think
Right.
it was everybody else. I was too busy running around.
Yep,
So,
same.
yeah.
All right, guys, I'm going to give you guys 5 more minutes to get in on this giveaway. Like I said, it is going to be given away tonight. So 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to do the giveaway. But right beforehand, I'm going to tell the members a certain word that you got to put into the chat for me to get you in for your free entry. So until then, you got 5 minutes to get in on the giveaway tonight, which is, of course, the new True Seal by Amora, which is basically the dry bay vent blocks for the C8 Z06 and C8 Stingray, C8 E-Ray, C8 ZR1 to some degree. Maybe not the center part just yet, but you could get a head start on this and win a set. So like I said, this is a problem that has been addressed, and if you are serious about your car detailing, you should probably check these out. You can win them here.
Yep.
$10 is an entry, $50 is double entries. So I'm going to give you guys 5 more minutes to get in. As of right now, I think we have 4 entries. So
Hey, $10 is a good chance to win, man.
good chance to win. And while we're waiting on those entries, I'm going to talk about a person over at the Mid-Engine Corvette Forum who has a misfire on his C8 Stingray. It's a 2020 C8, and he has 87,000 miles on it, has never had a problem before. Now he has a misfire at 87,000 miles. So interestingly enough, it's most likely a spark plug, but 87,000 miles is a lot of miles to put on a car like this without any problems outside of now having a misfire because of a spark plug. And I mean, honestly, the spark plugs are rated at 100,000 miles. You're pretty close at 87,000. So really cool to see these things holding up the way that they should be. Popping new plugs in there, he'll probably get another 87 out of it, no problems. So that's really good to know.
Sure is.
All right, we got
Darren. I only mentioned the washing machine, but you're right. All the other crap on the road is terrible around here. But I think my favorite story over the years was when we had the mobile meth lab explode that was in the back of an 18-wheeler.
Jesus.
And it exploded on 285. So that was also a very interesting experience. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. The organic matter.
Oh, it's disgusting.
I don't even know if I want to know.
I mean, just trash bags full of crap, dirty diapers. It's everywhere. And actually, some of the roads I'm sure that my buddies were in Iraq, they had better roads in Iraq than they do in 285. It's terrible.
Moore says it would be fun. This group of C8 owners are awesome. Yeah, right. I think.
Yep.
You know, not to, and actually, this isn't really even tooting my own horn. It's tooting all your horns. You guys might be the coolest group of C8 or Corvette owners in general in this particular chat. Like this might be the coolest group out there.
You know what I love about this too is that it's not just C8 owners.
Yeah,
we have like Kevin Horan, right?
Yeah.
He has his C8, but his wife just got the C6, the Grand Sport. Like they have all it's just so cool because we have so many different Corvette owners in here that when you see them and they start talking about it at Carlisle and you get into it, you get to see their cars and get to see their passion for it. It's freaking awesome, man. It really, really is.
I have a C7 and a C8, and I had a C6 for a hot second. So yeah, I mean, it's not just C8 guys, but the majority are probably C8. Ricky says that he's never kept a set of spark plugs in a car that had over 50,000 miles. I haven't either. I always change plugs way before they need to be changed. But the fact that this guy didn't, and he hasn't had any problems and hasn't had to do anything to it.
It's awesome.
Really good news for us. Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I've had a car before this one that I didn't run nitrous on, so I was always checking.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Professor Corvette says, "Damn straight, we're the coolest." Absolutely, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's people. It's because of people like you.
Yeah.
Professor Corvette, Jay Brazelton, Darren. I mean, all you guys. You guys are all so freaking cool.
Kevin, awesome people.
I mean, I could go through literally the 150 that are in here watching, like, if I have to, I guess. But yeah. Anyway, let's see. We got 2 more minutes here. I'm going to give you guys. So we got one entry from Jay. Jay's in there now, which I think is kind of funny, actually. Jay, is your car a convertible? I swear it was. I could probably look it up faster than you'll be able to tell me.
But she's got some cool stuff coming out. We talked about it at Carlisle, so I can't wait to see in November what's going to be available from her. So that's going to be awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and like I said, she's sponsoring the channel again in November, so you guys are going to see it all right here.
Yeah, and KP, I think they are rated that high, but I personally have never run a set of plugs that long. I mean, between you don't know the quality of gas you're getting half the time, it's just so.
I was under the impression that they were 100K, but either way, they are is like platinum tipped or whatever. So 100K is going to be where they can be like rated to, but at the same time, if it gets fouled or chipped or whatever, things happen. I mean, at 87,000, if it's rated for 100, you're close enough. Like it's time for a new plug.
Yep. And plugs are easy.
Yeah, especially on a Stingray, they probably wouldn't be hard at all.
Nope.
Professor Corvette says, "What other channel tells you what torque size is, or every freaking screw is?" Answer: none. I love talking about what size these screws are because I'll go through. I'm like, is that a T15? No. T20? No. T30? Yeah. I'm like, I go right down the line. I have this group of Torx screw bits that are the ones that I use all the time on the Corvette. So I know if it's not this one, it's this one. It's just right down. There's I think there's 6 of them that are consistently. It's one of those every time.
I have the same exact thing. Like the actual setup is in the toolbox, and then I have all those sets
exactly. Yeah, they're separate, right?
Yep.
All right, Dan's in for an entry.
Jay said, I might need them if you can see the future.
There you
Good for
go,
you,
Jay.
Jay.
That's a great idea because I was gonna say I checked. He does have a convertible.
Yep.
I got you too, Dan.
Nice.
Robert says, Justin, my late mom had the first vet in California. Nice.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty
See
cool.
these stories,
Yeah,
man.
I was
Love
gonna
this
say it's
stuff.
stories like this make these
Love that
all
stuff.
this stuff is so interesting.
Yep.
Oof, yeah, that probably isn't fun. Kevin Moran says I just changed
Oh
16
yeah,
plugs
dude.
in my Hemi truck.
The
I
Hemis,
still think
man.
that
When I
that's
did my
weird.
Challenger,
Yeah, I still think
oh,
it's weird that they use 2 plugs per.
oh, it's awful. It's awful.
Oh yeah, dude, Ricky, I have literally I went on Amazon not too long ago and bought a bag. I think it was 25 T15 bits from Milwaukee because I was rounding them off, breaking them off, whatever, so often that I was like, I'm buying a bunch of these things. I can just throw them
Yep.
away whenever they're not when they get too rounded. I use them so much that the
Yeah.
tips of those bits are getting
They
rounded
round
off.
off. Yep. They sure do.
I think T15 is the smallest bit that the car has. Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, we're to that point now, guys. So if you're a member of the channel, I want you to type, and this is going to be for you, Nate. I want you to type Z06. Type Z06 if you're a member, and I'll get you in for your free entry for these things.
Well, Nate, I've been trying to get him to sell me a Z-Ray. Nate's got a little Nate on the way.
Oh no,
Yeah, yeah.
good for you, man.
Congratulations, man. Yeah,
Congrats.
I know. Got a little
Can
Nate
the
coming.
world
Little
handle
next
more than
Corvette
one though?
enthusiast.
Can the world handle more than one? Let's be honest.
I don't know, but Nate's a blast.
Yeah.
Nate is so much fun.
Yeah, you need to come to Carlisle next year, Nate. I know you were there one year, but you got to come again.
I think it'd be easier we can get him to the Bash next year because he's kind of that North Georgia area now. So I think we can get him to the Bash next year. So, but yeah, Nate's just such a good time, man.
Oh, did he move?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna type these in here. Get you guys your free entries.
Yeah, Seawolf, no kidding, man. Because the 426 that's in my Challenger. That's the one thing I hate doing above anything else, especially with the Whipple in there. It's all 16 plugs, and the way they're located, oh, terrible, terrible.
I haven't had to do it yet, but I'm not looking forward to it. My TRX is going to be the same way, obviously.
It's way worse than the DI on the C701.
Really?
Just to give you an idea, yeah, it's worse.
Awesome.
The locations just suck.
Can't wait. So say I did not enjoy doing it on my 01, so
Yeah, it's the locations suck. We'll just have to plan it for a visit trip, and we'll just knock it out. So
yeah, I mean, I'll do that.
yeah, I'm gonna try to get to see Jeremy this weekend because I got to hear this new exhaust, man. I mean, the videos he's posted already before the exhaust of the GT3 RS sounds so good. I cannot wait to hear it with the new exhaust. And I don't know, maybe type it in the chat before the giveaway real quick, Jeremy. Did you get the carbon fiber roll cage in? That thing was a work of art.
It's funny you say that because I literally just yesterday was on Facebook, just like looking through like Corvette stuff, and randomly pops up this carbon fiber roll cage for a GT3 RS. I was like, what the heck is happening here?
Gorgeous.
It was really cool looking,
really
yeah.
high def pictures. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
I'd have it in my living room, and I'd be sitting in it in a beanbag watching TV or something before.
The only reason I even really noticed it was because it was the same picture that he had sent me.
Oh, it's amazing. Amazing.
All right, I'm getting these added in there now.
Yeah, Ricky, you're not lying. Those front wheel drive Japanese V6s, like the VTEC ones and stuff, God, they were terrible too, man. Yeah, Jay, I am. Yeah, I'm right outside. If you're local, man, let's get together, bro. We do it all the time. The roll cage, what was it? It was Jeremy will have to tell me. It was, I don't know if it was 14 or 24. It was a lot. It was a lot of money. But it's one continuous weave. That's what's badass about it. Like if you see it, it's literally one continuous weave of carbon fiber. It's absolute art. It really, really is. I think the worst part on the Subarus, Ricky, is the all-wheel drive. Changing the diffs, blowing the diffs out all the time. Like I had a buddy that had a STI that we go through diffs all the time on. It was a pain in the butt. But I don't think I ever helped him change the plugs on that. But the VTECs, I've worked with those. Like those are no bueno. Trying to see. Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Front wheel off to get to 2 cylinders. Yeah, exactly, dude. Terrible, man. Terrible. And then, like, when you're in there, if you've worked on other cars, you're like, why did it have to be like this? Like, why
Yeah.
didn't one department talk to the other department and
Right.
go, yeah, we don't want to do that because then it'll be impossible to get to the plugs? Seriously, though.
So I don't think Nate commented Z06. Should I still give him the entry?
He's in here.
I know he did. He didn't comment the Z06. All he
Oh,
commented was 1.
oh he put a 1.
Yeah.
Ding-a-ling. Nate.
I feel like I should penalize him, but
You should. You should.
Nate, type Z06. He's probably in physical pain right now from having me make him type Z06.
He's probably like,
yeah, he's like, I'm getting there.
All right, Nate, you got 1 minute, brother, and then we're running it.
No, you got to type Z06. If you're a member and you want a free entry, you got to type Z06.
Type Z06. Yep.
I got you already,
Even
Professor. I got everybody else. I'm just waiting for Nate here because he typed 1 in instead of Z06.
Professor Corvette.
Nate says
13K.
Z06.
That's what it was. So yeah, whoever asked how much it was, 13K, and he got confirmation it's being built and supposed to ship soon. But it's literally one piece or one weave of carbon fiber.
How is that going to be to install?
If it's one piece, shit, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
I've never been in the inside of one that didn't have the cage already. You know what I mean? So
that's what I mean.
And
not only that, those cages are like individual pieces. It's at least 3 pieces that I can tell. So a carbon fiber one.
All right, nothing from Nate. You can't just pop in, type of 1, and pop out, bro. All right, spin it.
That's so messed up. Oh, that is basically what he did. That's funny.
It looks that way because he hasn't responded yet.
All right, well, I got Darren in there. I'm gonna give Nate. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna do it. So anyway, here we go, guys. We've run way over on time here. I apologize. So, Professor Corvette does saying ZR1 get 2 entries.
Not yet.
That'll be maybe next week. All right, here we go with the wheel. And yes, Professor Corvette, it's been calibrated. I know you're going to ask. So we're going to swap these things around a little bit. I'm going to hit shuffle, 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 shuffle. All right, here we go. Ready?
Do it. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Oh, it's going to be somebody that got a 1.
I was going to say, don't you dare land on Nate. Oh, it is Seawolf.
Hey, congrats, man.
All right, there you go.
Awesome, man.
All right, Dan.
Awesome.
Dan, you won. I'm pretty sure Dan has a convertible. Pretty sure. But either way, you won. So someday when you have a coupe, you'll have these. So, Dan, if you want to shoot me an email, I know I probably can't send these directly to you, but I can get them to you via Kevin Horan probably. So, congratulations, Dan. Big thank you to Amora, of course, for sponsoring this week. She'll be the sponsor next week as well, and we'll talk even more about her products then. But yeah, big congrats. Thanks again, everybody. You guys are always awesome. But yeah, that's going to do it for tonight. So big thank you to David for being on the show. Thanks to Amora for sponsoring, and we'll see you guys same time, same place next Monday night.
See you guys.
Stay obsessed.